Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed thus far. Thank you for all your likes, for all your comments, for everyone that has shared my link with their friends and family. I very much appreciate it. I know I have been AWOL, guys. You've been looking for me, but you know what? I'm doing this for love, and I am so busy nowadays, but I always try to make time to chat to my people, and most of my videos are all about women empowerment, you know what I'm saying, sisterhood, you know what I'm saying. So today I'm going to talk about a very, I don't know how to put it, but it's a bit of a serious topic that we don't indulge in as much as we should as women, or as ladies, or as mothers, or as, as females in general. And this is a very important topic. Okay, I'm going to talk about 5 ways or 5 things that every woman should never have. 5 things that every woman should never have or should never associate with. Okay, 5 things a woman should never have or should never associate with. Okay, so before I get to that, I just did a bit of a research, and I just found out that 60% of women do not trust other women due to past experiences. So as women, we don't trust each other because of past experiences. And these past experiences include anything from a family member betraying you, your own parents betraying you, your own siblings betraying you, your best friend betraying you, your colleague betraying you. So while I was doing my research, I found that as women, we don't trust each other because of such things. And it's about time that we talk about these things, because we as women are always singing sisterhood, every day. Oh, sisterhood, we're supposed to be together, we're supposed to care for each other. But do we really? Do we really care for each other? Do we really? Because as women, I find that we choose survival over sisterhood. We choose survival over sisterhood. We see it every day at work. We see it every day in amongst our family members. Where is it coming from? Where is the mistrust coming from? Why can't we trust each other? Why can't I be, why can't I be like 100% sure that, okay, I'm going to call my friend Pam, and when I call my friend Pam, I'm going to tell her about my problems. I'm going to tell Pam that I'm so broke, I have nothing, and I know for sure that Pam will not tell anyone whatever I'm going to tell her. Why can't we be at that level? Because currently it's not happening. It's not happening. Women, we are so cruel to each other. We hate each other. We pretend to love each other. We compete with each other secretly. We do a lot of malicious things as women to each other. You see women fighting for men, even going to extent of saying, okay, we're gonna fight for this man, and Mina, I will go somewhere to get more power so that this man can love me. But we have lost it completely as women. So my topic for today, this is an ongoing topic, ladies. This is an ongoing topic. I think it's very imperative that we indulge in this topic. Okay, so the mistrust starts from little things, like from your family. Maybe at home you grew up with both parents, and then you saw them favoring other children more than you, or you see each parent have their own favorite child. You know what I'm saying? It happens in most families, but in this case I'm talking about females. Let's not talk about fathers. Let's talk about mothers. Our mothers, we learn a lot from our mothers. The word says, your child will do as you do more than they do as you say. So most of us as women, as ladies today, we have learned most of our patterns from our mothers, or from the mother figures that we grew up close to. If maybe you didn't have your mom with, but whoever, the female figure that you had around you while growing up, everything you are today. Because childhood, you learn. I did my research, and I found out that you reprimand a child from a young age until they are 9 years old. That is the most important age. From 3 years to 9 years, that is the most important time in your child's life. That is the most important time for you as a parent to make sure that you teach them everything they know. So what were our mothers doing during our time of 3 to 9 years old? What did they teach us? What behaviors did we see them portray to us? Because there is no way. I mean, we see our mothers, even today it's still happening. We see our mothers or our aunties, talking to their friends on the phone. And then after talking to their friends, they gossip about the same friend in front of the kids, in front of you. What they are not aware of is that you are looking and you are learning from that. You see? So we see them talking on the phone and say, oh, you know, hey, I'm hurt, you know, hey, I'm so sorry about whatever you're going through. And then the moment they drop the phone, they are laughing about it. They are laughing, hey, this one, what? And then the next thing they call their other friend, or hey, Chomia, how fet's on phone? We see it even today with us as ladies. That's what we do to each other. We spend most of our time on the phone, guys. We spend most of our time meeting to gossip about each other as women. Okay. So I'm going to talk about 5 things that each and every one of us as women should never have in order to make sure that we really portray this sisterhood that we are always talking about. Because what I've realized is that it's easy to talk about sisterhood, but do we really practice the sisterhood that we're talking about? You know, because I feel like I see a lot of women, you know, we always have women conferences, we always have women, women, everything is women. This woman thing, there's nothing wrong with it, but it has made us to feel so entitled as women. We end up feeling like we are more important. Even amongst ourselves as women, we are more important than other women. I'm more important than my friend. I'm more important than my sibling. I'm more important than, you know, it's a problem. And it's a topic that needs to be discussed. We need to indulge more on this topic. So I'm just gonna talk about these 5 things quickly that each and every woman should never have, guys, should never have, in order to make sure that we limit this disastrous situation that we find ourselves in today. Okay, so number one of the 5 things that every woman should never have or should never associate themselves with. Number 1 is you should never associate yourself with toxic, negative women. Toxic friends, negative friends. Every time you are with these friends, you don't talk about something productive or you don't do something productive. You only meet when there's only good times, you know? Like, these people are so toxic into your life that you are not even aware. Like, you are so deep in that you are not even aware that your life slowly but surely is taking a different course, which is not the way that you initially wanted to go. But this is happening because of the toxic people that you have around you, okay? And most of us as females, we stay in friendships for the sake of, oh, she's been my friend for 10 years. She's been my friend for 14 years. The same way we stay in relationships to say, oh, we've been together for 10 years. I can't just leave him, even when the situation is toxic. So let's treat friendships the same way we treat relationships. Because as women, it needs to start with us, you know? Don't find yourself being around toxic people, toxic friends, toxic girlfriends. Every time you're meeting with these people, yes, you know, as ladies, we talk too much. We are like, just know for a fact, okay? Just know for a fact that these toxic people that you have around you, whatever they are doing that is negative, whether you like it or not, because you spend 80% of your time with them, it will affect you and you will end up being exactly like them. Whatever they are doing, you know, that is toxic, that is negative, you will also be part of that, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. If you hang around women who don't care for each other, women who don't feel the pain for each other, women who don't really like, oh, you know, I am feeling this pain for my friend. You know, if you don't hang around women who understand that if a woman is left pregnant, for example, by a guy, or a woman's marriage didn't work and she is going through a divorce, or a woman's relationship didn't work and she is single, you know, and things are not looking good, or a woman lost her job and she is single. If you hang around people who, when situations like that happen, they laugh about it, they gossip about that woman. Oh, who did she think she was? Look at her today. My sister, you are hanging around with the wrong crowd of people who are going to diminish your life. You are hanging around with the wrong set of people. Get out while you can. I don't care if you have a 10-year friendship, a 20-year friendship, a 2-day friendship, because you know what? You can have a friend of 10 years, but they can be toxic. For that 10 years, they've been toxic into your life. You're not even aware. You're always asking yourself, like, why? Like, certain things don't just work out in your life. It's because you are hanging around toxic, negative people. And you are not even realizing that even you yourself end up being negative and toxic. You know, so whether it's 10 years, because you can meet somebody today who's just a new friend, but Within 3 months of meeting that person, your life is just blossoming. You're learning so much about yourself. You are growing into this wonderful person. You are growing into this wonderful person because you met somebody who is positive, and you met somebody who understands you, somebody who gets you, somebody who doesn't laugh about your problems, somebody who doesn't gossip about you to other friends that don't know you. You know those situations whereby your friend is such a gossiper, they gossip about you to their other friends. By the time you haven't met their other friends, but by the time they meet you, they already know everything about you. They know that, oh, dude, I've heard so much about you. Don't worry, I just had the good things. Women, we have shade. We have so much shade. They know a lot about you. You really need to listen to the people around you. Yes, they really know a lot about you, and you're not aware. So what do they know about you? So women, let's just be careful of that, okay? So please, guys, don't hang around toxic people. It's not gonna add any value into your life, okay? So that was number one. Let's get straight to number two. So number two of the 5 things that every woman should never have or never be or never associate with. Don't find yourself being a woman who associates with gossip. Don't find yourself being a woman who hang out with gossipers. Don't find yourself being a woman who is always on the phone gossiping about some other woman who you call your friend at the end of the day. Don't find yourself being a woman who has a mouth that doesn't have breaks. When everywhere you go, like, you are talking. You get to me, you're talking about your other friend I've never met. You get to that friend, you're talking about me. Oh, I was with this one. Yeah, guess what? She's going wow. Everywhere we're now, like, each friend knows a little bit about your other friends, So let's be very careful to not hang around such people, Don't find yourself being a gossiper. I mean, we are too old for that. I believe in honesty. I believe in being realistic with your friends. Be clear with your friends. Don't find yourself hanging around negative people who gossip, who like people who are just never happy about anything or anyone, or people who are just not, women who are always talking bad about other women. Ladies, just know that if your friend is always talking to you about their other friend and talking bad about their other friend, you can be rest assured that other friend as well, they know everything about you. They know that your baby daddy left you. They know that you are broke. They know everything that you have shared with her about you. So if somebody gossips a lot, be careful around that person. Be careful around that person, okay? Be careful around that person. Make sure that look very well. The same way we are always saying, ooh, I want a man like this, who doesn't do this, who doesn't talk too much. It's the same way we should be with our friendships as well. It's funny that we pray to God that, oh God, please bless me with this type of man. But we never pray to God to bless us with friends who are going to bring value into our lives. We are able to pray about men. All the time, I want a tall, dark, God, if you can bless me with a man who is tall, dark, and handsome. But you are not able to say, God, if you can just make sure that the friends you bring into my life are women who don't gossip about each other. I don't want that kind of toxic behavior in my life or negative energy in my life. We never pray about such things. That's why we find ourselves in this type of scenarios as women, whereby we hate each other. You know what? I'd rather choose survival than choose her. Who is she anyway? Who does she think she is? So number 2, don't find yourself around gossipers, okay? The moment you see what Baba say Baba too much. I'm not saying it's gonna, sometimes as women, we laugh about a lot of things. There's a lot that is happening. We laugh about a lot of things, but don't find yourself gossiping about somebody you call your friend. Number 3 of the 5 things that as a woman you should never be or should never be associated with. Okay, number 3 is don't have lazy hands as a woman. Don't find yourself feeling entitled for free things that don't even belong to you. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said in the beginning of this video, that we have this entitlement that I have to have this and that. There's nothing wrong with having standards for yourself to say I want this and that, but don't expect that from other people. Okay, don't expect that from your friends, your other friends, or don't expect that from, oh, a man is supposed to do 1, 2, 3 for me. Because at the end of the day, that's where these problems that we have today start from. That's where the jealousy starts from. Because tomorrow, whoever you are relying on for those things that you want, for those things that you feel entitled with, like using other people's money, you don't have lazy hands, because the day you don't have those things, that's where the envy will come in for other women. That's where the jealousy will come in for other women. That's where you will start, because you are so used to Mike is used to buying you these things, and then all of a sudden you and Mike, you break up. Mike, you don't have that, there's no money anymore from Mike to make you live that life that you were used to with Mike's money. And now your friends who are doing it for themselves, they are still doing it for themselves, and then you start being jealous of them. You start being an envious woman, because now you are not having your way. So let's avoid situations that are going to end up putting us in a state whereby we find ourselves being jealous of each other, envious of each other, and putting us in situations whereby we're like, oh, this one, she thinks she's better. Don't have lazy hands. Always try to do stuff for yourself, Try to work as much as you can. Try to work as much as you can and focus on your lane. Focus on your lane. Focus on your lane. Don't have lazy hands. Don't have lazy hands. Because having lazy hands, it means you will always be jealous of other women who are doing it out there for themselves. You will always be envious of other women who are trying this life thing by themselves. I'm not saying you shouldn't have standards for yourself to say, if I'm dating a man, he's supposed to do 1, 2, 3 for me. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure that you have a backup plan should things not go well between you and that man that you are relying on. Make sure that you have something that you're doing yourself. You are using your own hands that God has blessed you with. These hands that God has blessed you with, make sure that you do something that you are passionate about, something that will bring you money, something that will bring you happiness, something that will bring you contentment. Don't find yourself relying on other people for your contentment, for your happiness, for your peace of mind. Because the moment those people cannot produce anymore, it's going to be a problem for you. That's where you're going to be jealous, envious, all these malicious things. And we are trying to avoid that. Okay. So that is number 3. So let's get to number 4. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please ask your friends and family to do the same and click the notifications button so that you don't miss anything coming from me. I believe, ladies, that as women, we can do better, okay? And I am not going to be the one who says I don't trust you. Like nowadays we are so caught up in this thing. Yeah, don't trust friends. Everywhere you go, don't trust friends. Don't trust friends. Don't trust friends. Is that how we're really going to live? At the end of the day, you cannot live alone. You need friends around you. But it's very important, the type of friends that you have around you. What type of friends do you have around you? What type of women do you associate yourself with? Are these women going to make you into the woman you always wanted to become and more? Or are these people going to push you down slowly but surely? Are you woke enough? Are you woke enough to see what is happening? Who is around you? Does your energies match with your so-called friends? I don't believe. I have friends that I trust. I do have, not a lot, because we have a pandemic. This is a pandemic amongst women. This is a pandemic, guys. This is a pandemic amongst women. We don't love each other. Let's be honest. We don't love each other. We don't wish each other well. We see it all the time. At work, we don't uplift each other. We always complain that, oh man, they are taking everything. They're taking our positions there. We are always crying for gender equality. But we don't even love ourselves. We don't love each other as women. We don't support each other as women. We'd rather gossip about each other as women. We cannot say, when another woman is trying, we cannot even say, wow, well done. We are so negative. We are just so caught up in this negativity that we end up saying, oh, who does she think she is? So I'm doing this video because I still believe that there are wonderful women out there that can be real friends, that can really help each other grow in this life, So that was number 3. Let's get to number 4. So number 4, ladies, number 4 is, don't find yourself being the woman who is always complaining, the woman who is always complaining and ungrateful. I know that there are situations in life that we find ourselves in, as women, Because as women, we go through a lot. Let the truth be told. We have emotions. We are always the ones to cry. We go through a lot, okay, as women. That's why it's very important that we support each other, because we go through a lot. That's why it's very important that we don't gossip about each other, because we go through a lot. That's why it's very important that we are not negative or toxic towards each other, because we go through a lot. So number 4, don't find yourself being always complaining. As a woman, you're always complaining. You are portraying negative self-talk. You are always talking negative things about you, about yourself. The moment you are like that, it's going to lead to wrong things. Negative energy will lead to wrong behavior. You're going to go back to the things we are talking about. You're going to be jealous. You're going to be envious, because you are already ungrateful about life. You are already like complaining about everything. You are always complaining. You are always complaining. You are always complaining. Oh, my life, this and that and that and that. Oh, me, this and that and that and that. We all go through shit in this life, okay? Our families put us through shit. Our friends put us through shit. This man, they put us through shit. Our colleagues put us through shit. Work puts us under a lot of pressure. We are all going through something at the end of the day. But don't find yourself complaining, because I always say, you know, the moment you complain, there is somebody out there who's looking at you like, oh my gosh, I wish I can just live like that life that she's living. There's somebody out there who's like, wow, I wish, that girl, I wish I can live the life she's living. But when you are here, you are complaining. You are ungrateful. You are even ungrateful for the good friends that God has blessed you with, because there are good friends out there, guys. There are good friends, even though we can count them, but there are good friends out there. There are really friends out there who, you know, who uplift you as a woman, who will like motivate you as a friend, who will be like, why don't you do 1, 2, 3 to uplift your life? You know, there are women like that, you know. And so it's very important that you always talk good things about yourself to yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror. Don't have negative self-talk. That is number 4 of the things that you are not supposed to have: negative self-talk and ungratefulness. You are always complaining. Stop complaining. Stop complaining. Whatever you're going through, choose your friends. Whatever you're going through, you will get through it. Don't find yourself complaining. And again, don't find yourself not having friends. Yes, you can't trust friends. You can't trust friends. Choose wisely. The same way you can't trust men, but you run after them. Even with friends, make sure that you pray and ask for good friends from God. Okay? And be a friend as well. Don't just say, I want friends like this, but you are not a friend. Be a true friend. Okay? So that in situations whereby, you know, there are situations whereby you cannot talk to your mom, your siblings, or whoever, but you want to talk to a friend who really understands you. Whereby there are situations, and now I do have friends like that. I do have a few friends I really talk to, like go really deep about my life. It's very important to have people like that around you, and people who will really listen, and people who will be like, okay, who will try to give you a solution about a specific problem that you are facing at that particular time. So don't find yourself being ungrateful and complaining, ladies. Okay, so that is number 4. Let's get straight to number 5. Number 5, which is the last one, guys. As a woman of virtue, as a self-proclaimed woman who knows who she is, number 5 of the things that you should never have or should never associate with. Don't find yourself associating with competition. Don't find yourself associating with somebody who wants what you have, somebody who wants what you are. It's very, very important, ladies. It's very, very important, because the main thing here is for us to realize who are the good people around us, and don't associate with people who you can't even reprimand. Like, you are friends, but you cannot tell your friend that, you know what, that's some bullshit. What you did is some, you know, you cannot even say, no, you don't do that to your friend. Just because you disagree doesn't mean you are fighting. You're supposed to disagree with your friends every now and then. You can't always agree with your friend. No. But even when you disagree, we are grown women. Even when we disagree with each other, we talk about it, we fix it, we move on. That's maturity at the highest level. Okay. So number 5 is, like I said, don't find yourself associating with competition, or, you know, somebody who wants what you have, somebody who wants what you are. Be very careful of such friends who are always competing with you. You know, even if somebody is competing with you secretly, somehow you will see. Always listen to your intuition as a woman. Always listen to your intuition as a woman. Don't associate with competition, or you buy something, you buy a shoe like this, your friend is like, yo, where did you buy it? No, I bought it at this place. Okay, I'm also gonna buy it. Tomorrow they are wearing the same shoe. Like everything, sometimes I know as friends we can be like, maybe we love each other too much. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that. I think this will look good on us. Then we buy maybe one thing together. But if it's a constant thing that is happening, like every time you buy this, your friend, I also want it. Every time you do this, you do your nails. Oh, I need to do my nails. Every time you do your hair. Oh, why did you do your hair at the salon? Tomorrow she has the same hairstyle as you. Every time you do something, she also wants to do it. Everything that you are, she wants to be. Don't associate with somebody who wants to be you. That is dangerous, ladies. That is dangerous. Don't associate with people who want to be you so bad that they forget who they are. Because in the end, they're going to end up being jealous, because there's no way they will be you. Every person is designed by God with their own talents, with their own specifications. We are not the same. We might hang out together, but we are not the same. Even our destinies are not the same. So as women, we need to get to a point whereby we understand that Tumi is Tumi, Jade is Jade, Maria is Maria. You know what I'm saying? And we need to get to a point where we love each other for who they are. And we need to get to a point whereby you are not afraid to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Be yourself. If they are meant to be your friend, if they are meant to be in your life as friends, they will love you for who you are and accept you wholeheartedly. So it's very, very imperative. It's very, very important as women. So those are the 5 things that I think we shouldn't be as women. We shouldn't associate with ourselves with. But the main thing here, like I said in the beginning, this is an ongoing topic. We have a problem in society as women. We don't like each other. We hate each other. We pretend as if we like each other. And the other main problem that we have as women, I know myself, I'm a very honest somebody. If I'm your friend, you can hate me, I don't care. But I'm that type of friend, if you did something I don't like, I'm gonna be straight with you. Like, we talk about it, we move on. That's maturity. We have a conversation, a grown woman conversation, to say, I don't like it. Or even that friend, even these 5 things that I talked about, don't just leave the friendship. Okay, try to speak to your friend first. Like, you know what? I don't like it. You gossip a lot, and that makes me worry about our friendship. That makes me ask myself a lot of questions about you. What type of person are you? Do you gossip about me too? Have that conversation with your friend. You know what? You are so negative about life, and that makes me worry about our friendship, because it means that I'll end up being negative because I spend most of my time with you. So how are we going to work through this? Because I don't like hanging around negative people. You know what I'm saying? We need to have those deep in conversations, because what I've noticed is that as women, we are afraid to have these conversations with each other, because you're thinking, oh, don't go there, like she's going to be mad at me, or she will never talk to me again, or she will never look at me the same. If they are meant to be in your life, if they are meant to be your friend, they will appreciate your honesty. Okay? And when you talk about these things, it goes back to gossiping. Don't tell your other friends that, you know what, I'm going to talk to Lerato about her gossiping ways. And don't make it a drama, like skate a drama. Don't do drama like, I'm gonna tell her today, you telling your other friends. You are also gossiping by doing that. Just tell yourself, you know what, tomorrow I have to have a conversation with Lerato. Send Lerato a message with Lerato, hey, can we talk tomorrow? Just between you and Lerato. You don't have to let the other group members know. No. And you talk to Lerato individually, you know what, friend, I love you so much, but I'm quite a positive person, and lately you've been so negative. I don't like hanging around negative people, and that makes me worry about our friendship. Your gossip makes me worry about the things I tell you, because I'm not so sure anymore. So how can we deal with this? We need to have those type of conversations as women. You need to be able to tell your friend that, you know what, I think you are toxic. What is the problem? Why are you like this? You know what? What is the problem? It's like you are not happy when you see 1, 2, 3. We need to have those deep conversations. Stop buying face. Stop trying to please people who don't even care about you. A friend who will be mad when you reprimand them. A friend who will be mad is somebody who's not really your friend. Because a true friend will understand, you know what? Okay, Maggie is talking to me because they really care. They want me to change my behavior, 1, 2, 3. I've had friends in the past who have told me that, you know what, you've been so negative, what. And I didn't take it personal. I sat down with myself after the conversation. I'll be like, you know what, they're actually right. I have been so negative lately, but it's because of one, two, three. So how do I change this? You know, and I find the solution. You need to get to a point whereby you are able, when your friend is showing you something wrong, you are able to sit down with yourself and be like, actually, my friend is right. And you actually send your friend a message, you know what, I appreciate the conversation that we had earlier. It has really helped me to open my eyes to see things in a different perspective. We need to get to that point as women. That's the true sisterhood. When we talk about women empowerment and sisterhood, that's what we are talking about. So let's portray what we are always talking about, that, you know, as women, we go through a lot. Let's stop hating each other. When things are going well for your friend, be happy for your friend. And be honest. Don't, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, be honest with them. Whether they like you or they don't, that's their problem. But speak your mind, as long as you know that you didn't hit anyone or swear at anyone, but speak the truth. Always speak your mind. They will have to adjust. As women, we need to get to that point whereby we're like, you know what, why did you say 1, 2, 3? I told you something and you told somebody else. Why did you have to do that? I didn't like that and you need to stop it. I don't trust you anymore. We need to have those conversations. It's very important. Our children are growing. Our children are watching us. What are we teaching our children? So guys, I think that is it for today. Maybe I'll have this topic again. As I said, it's an ongoing topic that is very, very crucial, not only to us as women, but to the society in general. Look at our country, South Africa. We see a lot of things happening in our country that are not pleasing to the eye, you know, especially amongst women. Women are going through a lot. So we need to be there for each other. We need to have a true sisterhood. Not a sisterhood for Facebook. We pretend as if we love each other on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. I'm talking about a true sisterhood. A true sisterhood whereby we pray for each other. Do you pray for your friends? When you kneel down and pray to God, do you pray? Do you include your friends? Do you include your friends who are married? God bless their marriages. Do you pray for your friends who are single? God, help them find the best husbands in the world. Do you pray for your friends who are not working? God, please help them to get a job. What are you doing as a friend? What are you doing as a friend? Do you connect spiritually with your friends? These people are part of your life. What are you doing to add value into their lives? Are you praying for your friends? Do you know your friends, like what they are going through spiritually? Because most of the time as women, we are always checking the physical part. Like, how are you on the phone? No, I'm fine. Okay, I'm good, my friend. And then we continue talking. Have you ever called your friend and asked, my friend, how are you doing spiritually? How is your spiritual life? Or you go out on a lunch with your friend, you're like, oh, Chomi, but I want us to have a topic today. Let's talk about spirituality. How is your spiritual life? How are you connecting to God? You know, whatever your belief is, how are you connecting? Is it working for you? What can I learn from you? That's how we are supposed to be as women. I'm not supposed to be afraid to call you to say, hey, my boyfriend just dumped me. It should be easy for me to call and say, yo, my boyfriend just dumped me, and we cry together on the phone without me having to worry that, oh, this one, she's gonna, by the end of today, the whole world will know that that one was dumped by her boyfriend. So it's very, very important, women. Let's love each other. Let's care for one another. Let's help one another. Let's protect one another. Let's fight for one another. Personally, me, nobody will talk shit about my friend when I'm around. Nobody will talk shit about my friend when I'm around. They will never. Nobody. That's just the type of person I am. That's just the type of friend I am. Nobody will talk shit about my friend when I'm around. Whether I am fighting with that friend at that moment or we have issues, you will never talk shit about my friend when I'm around. So ladies, I think that's it for today. This conversation will continue. Hopefully, maybe next time I'll have it with a few ladies, maybe with 2 of my friends, just as a form of discussion, because this is an ongoing topic. We are raising children. We are raising girl child. We are raising a girl child. What are our girl children learning from us? What, even boys, what are they learning from us as their mothers? What are we teaching them? Are we teaching them? We always cry about, oh, my worth. I know my worth. Do you really know your worth? If you know your worth, you won't gossip in front of your boy child, because you won't talk bad about another woman in front of your boy child or your girl child, because that's what they're going to be. That's what they're going to be. So ladies, I think this is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please ask your friends and family to tune in as well to watch. We're still going to have more topics. I promise I'll be a bit more active. I'm very busy, guys. I have a lot to do, but I'm doing this for love anyway, more than anything. Yes, I'm doing it for Mashankura as well, but more for love, more to talk to people, because I think I was born to pass on messages. I was born to teach. I think I was supposed to be a teacher, but I'll teach in other ways like this. This is how I'm teaching. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and then I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.